Okay, so what happens when you're cleaning your rifle on the brush stroke? So let's take a look at a few things. I've got an old display here, and I've got the filter cups actually riveted into it, and a cutaway section just so everything stays in place. And I've got a shorty barrel here that we're gonna go ahead and run through the cleaning process. So let me get this screwed into here, and we'll talk about a few things. Now, this area in the front, the closest to the barrel, this is known as your headspace. Okay. So with a lot of small rifles, your headspace will be smaller. With a lot of large rifles, your headspace will be larger. Okay, and this is because we're using aluminum, which is not an indestructible metal. Okay, aluminum has its limits also. So during the brush stroke, and I'm just going to use this little 22 brush, and you notice this this brush itself has some length to it. So if you fill a canister full of cups, you're not going to be able to complete your brush stroke because that brush is actually longer than the canister, or excuse me, than the cup is deep. Okay, so during the brush stroke, a lot of you already know. Okay, so this is cleaning 101. But during your scrub stroke, after you've put your solvent into it and you're fixing to do a breakaway, and that's the scrubbing stroke back and forth. Once you put your solvent into it, into your warm barrel, not your hot barrel, but your warm barrel, you're going to get some gas buildup in here in the actual tube when you push the brush through. So as you push the brush through, okay, now you can't stop halfway and change your mind and pull this back out because those bristles are already folded back in the cleaning stroke. So you have to complete the stroke. You have to go all the way until it exits the barrel. Okay, and then these fine bristles will change direction when you begin pulling it back out of the barrel. Okay, so during the scrub stroke, okay, that's what's happening. This is this headspace can become important, especially for some longer brushes, especially if you're if you've got some larger caliber rifles that you're cleaning. Okay. And a lot of folks like to use this little guy for their solvent canisters. Now this comes from JB's. They're out of Texas. Good company, good type of product, and we're looking at making a few of those, but not if we can get a good quality behind them, because this actually goes. And I'll pull this off of here and show you. Okay. This actually goes, it has a crush washer and it has an indentation in it. Pretty nice piece of equipment to have. It just makes the cleaning of your rifle very, very fast because it has external threads on the outside. So you can actually use this, you know, with the rifle, and you can see where it's got the ventilation holes on it. And of course these go up, and that's what keeps your rifle from rising on repeated uses. And but this will actually fit the end cap to the 5-inch, 7-inch, and 9-inch kits, and the 10-inch premium tube as well. Okay, so let's put an end cap on there and see what we've got. Now, if you have cups that are stacked up to the end, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Unless you drill through that first cup so it lets it come all the way in. And once we put this tube on, okay, and then you can see where your headspace is going to be necessary. That will give you room for your brush to actually exit the barrel and change direction. So a lot of folks are like, well, how do I solve that? What do I do? Okay, here's the easiest way, is by the use of springs. Now we sell the high tensile steel, which has a great memory under heat. A lot of barbed wire is made from high tensile materials as well, filled barbed wire. But these are high tensile steel springs, and they compress completely. So you get a circle, you get a layer of high tensile steel inside of the actual canister. Okay, so and a lot of folks will put their cups in first and then put their springs on top and try and compress and stack them. Let me show you a quick and easy way to do that. Okay, The first is put your springs in. You say, how many springs do I need? For each cup that you're going to remove from the tube, use about 5 springs, okay? Now I would order 6 in case you get a good compression load under it. So if you're eliminating 2 cups, then 10 springs minimum, 12 springs will be your max. Okay, and the way I do it is I simply put the springs in first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then after you have the springs in, it's much easier to go ahead and do your cup stack. Okay, like so. And then once you've got your cup stack, okay, then use your cups to compress the springs. Now, don't let go. Don't let go. It'll be raining damn cups and springs everywhere. Okay, but you can see with 6 cups, I can't quite get that one down far enough to get the cap on it. But with 5 cups, okay, and 6 springs, then I have the space, and I actually have a little extra space in there. So I wouldn't be happy with that particular compression. I would want to actually add a few more springs to that. Let's try 8 springs on 4. Oh yeah, there we go. It just clipped down to a nice crunch that leaves a perfect amount of space for the end cap to thread into it, tighten all the way. And you can check that by looking down in the tube and seeing if you have all of your threading that is clear or almost clear for the compression of your end cap on that. Okay, so that's how we do that on the and that way it gives you enough room when you're doing your cleaning stroke that you actually have enough room to exit the barrel, and the bristles will expand. Okay, about right there they'll begin to expand outside of the break, okay, and then you'll be able to draw them back through. Okay, so that's the cleaning process and how we stack up the springs in the cups to make that happen. All right, 5-second firearm coming at you. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.